Hello, everyone. My name is Wade the Wobbly, and welcome to another live stream. Um, how you doing, Wade? Well, just usual, just casually. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Um, it's Wednesday. That's what it is. Apparently, it's St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. It's ever since. It's just so weird. I tell my dad. It always seems like I'm missing out a lot of holidays. Most of them I don't care about religions. What religions? What am I saying? Okay, never mind. I'm just talking blab. Um, so all I wanted was just to see if everything is okay. I had this dream that oh man. This is why um when something dramatic happens that I can't fix, I do have dreams. For instance, remember I was kind of bit, angry about me getting banned? I had a dream about that, but instead, it was so confused. Okay, it was sort of, I don't want to explain because I really don't want to. I bet you guys are like wondering what I have been doing. Not much. Not much, really. There's nothing fun to do. I've been pinned down ever since 2019. Not because my channel was terminated. No, it's ever since it happened. Lost my job and just confused and broken. I mean, I finished, high school. I mean, when I was young, I always thought that I would, you know, that I would get a driver's license, get a car, get some ladies. But no, it didn't seem like that way. It did not seem that way. And look at me. I don't have a car. I don't have a driver's license. I don't even have a state ID. Now that seems to be illegal for some areas. I don't have a state ID. Maybe that's why I don't seem to be very popular on the internet. Because really don't have, I'm literally still a unknown person. And that's because of people out there are preventing me to do stuff. Since I have no ID, I have no driver's license. But the good news is I already took driver tests. So if you're thinking about saying, oh, you didn't, oh yeah, I did take driver's, I had a temporarily license sort of thing. I really don't know. It's expired ever since 2019, and that was a long time ago. Yeah. Everyone's been pinned down. Everyone. We would have, look, if this wasn't here, we would have probably had enough. But the problem is the stimulus pack that helps us, but it's not much. Still, that doesn't give us, gas prices are getting higher and food prices are getting higher. You know why? Well, because this maniac that is trying to make everything habitable, not habitable, uninhabitable. If you really think that cows are making too much methane, you're wrong. We all make methane. Methane is a gas. They use it on the Starship rocket, for instance. At least it doesn't. The only thing that I'm not worried about is him destroying NASA. And the reason why he can't is because that it's a loop. Now I know I'm going into, politics, but still. You gotta have brains, you gotta just really think out the box. How does this have to do with things that I know these streams seem to be boring, and and I am bored. Me too. But I am working on, well, sort of. I'm working on Dave Defeat, Source, and Team Fortress 2. And I'm working on those two to, well, I already have screenshots on Garry's Mod. And I put announcement on the Wallaby Mob on Steam. You can always join in, always. There's basically sort of no rules. The only time I would actually kick somebody is if their accounts were being hijacked. That's possibly not because I'm being mean, it's just because I don't want them, just in case that they become, because I have moderators and admins, I got to make sure that they don't get inside, because you know what happened to the other server, not server, sort of, but it was Swash Shop or something. Of course, it's a Kristen server. And we were all getting banned, all of us, banned from this group. And then we noticed that we thought this was something else, but we were being the group was being hijacked. Now that's a problem. Now, since that happened, I have begun very secure measures to make sure that nobody interferes into the group, since it was actually founded in 2017. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, there was some history. I was very different back then. When I look at the old content, like saves and stuff, I thought I would be good at it, but it just seems like things just get off. And, back in 2016, I felt weird. It just felt I was off. Now, I did get a comment on one of them, and to be honest with you, I think I should have edited it, because I'm afraid that YouTube is going to give me a strike and I'm dead meat. So I just got to make sure that there's nothing that seems to be related to that accident. I'm still not going to tell you what that playlist was that gave me that warning. No, because I'm afraid that YouTube's going to look and they're going to start, putting their nose into me. And they already are. They just seem like not everyone, but most people just don't like me. And am I, bad? It is part of the depression that people have been sort of not understanding what I am. And that's why I always tell, but most of the time I don't have enough time. And maybe it's not the time to do it. And I always appreciate all comments, no matter if they're inappropriate or not. However, there are some comments that there was one, but I decided not to remove it since it wasn't, in my eyes, wasn't inappropriate. I almost reported. I think I did. No, I didn't. No. I did not report that person, but if I see something like that, like anything like porn and something like coming up, comments like that, I'm going to have to report those, because that is a link and I've seen those before and I will not tolerate that. I will report you no matter what it takes, because I don't want that stuff on there and people looking at it and possibly would destroy their eyes. And because I'm 20 years old, I don't like that stuff. All right. And I bet most people don't, and I don't like it. So you be alarmed. Don't do it. If you like that stuff, then just look at yourself. Don't show anybody. Don't tell anybody. Just don't make it public. This is YouTube, and there are guidelines that you must follow. Most of them I don't like, but I have to, so I can be here just to explain my feelings. Not explain who I am, but to basically what this was, teaching and stuff. And what started off was actually very slow, and not slow, but because I didn't have stream. There was no mobily stream back then. They had it, but then in 2019, like maybe a few months, no, actually days or something like that, they changed it. They changed it, and I've been talking about this. The only way I can stream mobily is I have to have at least 1K. The maximum subscribers I had was 126. And those were from my school. And I don't know what the half of those are. Most of them are possibly people that just stumble upon me. Most of them, I've told a lot of friends at school back in time that I told them to make sure, because ever since January 5th, that was the depression day. And I'm still depressed because I don't understand. And every time that I get something like a ban or something that I have no reason, this depression gets I think I'm just already used to this depression. I'm not even like, I'm used to this stuff already. This is sad. And I always think there's always going to be some things that just go wrong, and they do. You can't be somewhere forever. Eventually you're going to mess up, and then you're just going to be done. It happens to me a lot, and that's really what happens. I don't know. And maybe it was somebody else. Who knows? I did not like those people anyways. Their admins were evil. I found a server that did have bots, and the bots were fine. They were okay. In fact, they were interesting. So I'm sticking to that server, and, seems like it was interesting. Mostly bots. Not very many people. But you know what? They don't like me on the other server. I put on my backlist server. Backlist, or something like that. I don't know. You guys probably know what it means. Unless if you don't know much about gaming, then you have no idea. You see, not very many people have no idea what a game is, or at least don't care. And it's ridiculous. But, for example, how did I become a gamer? Well, I actually have told this about this. Oh man, I'm jumping all over the place. That's how it is. Yeah, I started playing. What was my first game? I've talked about this. I don't know what my first game was. I think it was a racing game. Not Need for Speed, I don't think. Maybe I have to talk to my dad about it, because, man, ever since we got that Alienware, which is sort of quote unquote not working, but it's working, seems to be. But my dad just says, it won't work. But I guess look, people out there can fix a Commodore 64. It can be just oily and stuff. And my dad can't fix this computer and it actually works fine. I think what's going on, there's something loose in there that can be replaced, and he probably just doesn't have enough time. It's probably something expensive, but who cares, because he's in Montana, basically wasting away on that Jeep. Eventually that Jeep is going to fall apart. And you know how far away Montana is from Illinois? It's pretty far. I believe that is my mom coming back. And so yeah, we get all the processes, don't we? I have no idea if this was good or not.